program is part of the Scene Project's podcast network. The Scene Project features interviews with independent musicians, comedians, and artists from across the Midwest. Become part of our community and support local art wherever you are. Well, welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. I am your host, Bubba Startz, and tonight it's Love Noise like we do every Wednesday at 9-ish p.m. A guy's got to eat, and technical difficulties always abound. But every week we bring you a new artist. We bring them on. We talk about their music. We have a couple of songs of theirs dialed up to listen to, and it's a great time. We've had a blast doing this for the last month or so, and tonight is going to be a real special episode as we bring in Fyre Whyte. But first, I got to bring in my man Willie. What's happening, brother?
Not much. Just, relaxing after a hard day at work, working on the house.
Yeah, well, and we're going to talk a lot more about that house when we get together on some episodes of our shows as well. I just realized I misspelled her name in our description. Sorry, Fyre. But without any further ado, let's get the star of the show in here. Welcome to the show, Fyre Whyte. What is up?
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy to be here.
Yeah, I should have asked you how to spell your name before I was typing it in there. I screwed it up, but that's all right. I can edit it.
Who can give who shit now?
I'm used to it. I've heard a lot of things. I've heard a lot of different things. So sometimes they say my actual name, and I'm like, no. Who's that?
Yeah. Hey, that's okay. People try to call me by my real name. I don't even pay them no attention, man. My name is Bubba. That's how I introduce myself to everyone. I don't want to hear nothing else. And people who do, I feel like it's disrespectful, right? A little bit. Like, you introduce yourself as a name, and they're like, oh, but what's your real name? What do you think? I told you a fake name? Like, I told you what I want to be called by. It's very simple. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. Get me off on a tangent right away, Fyre.
It's funny because my mom thinks that my name looks like Fyre Whyte when she first seen it because of how I spell it. And honestly, I didn't see it before, and like truly, but with the H right now, like I see it now. I can see it. That's funny. Anyway, you've officially helped me to see Fyre Whyte. All these.
It's all right. We can free Willie tonight. There you go. Take everyone back to our childhoods.
No, dude, I don't even want to get started on the Free Willie. We're not even going to go there tonight. That's my woman's whole little gimmick right now. Nope.
Oh,
keeping that in secret right now.
Don't hate. Okay, don't hate.
Oh, Fyre, I got a chance to meet you down at Vibe Fest and to see you perform live, and really fell in love with the vibe, man. It was so electric and brought so much to that live performance, but I have yet to listen to any of your recorded music. I don't do a lot of homework for this show because I want my reaction to be the first listen, right? So I'm really looking forward to hearing some of your songs tonight. And I know that you played the tracks before, but it's always different, right? I feel like there's always something extra in a live performance. So I'm hoping that comes through in the tracks that we're going to be listening to tonight.
I'm excited for what I picked because I did it's like 3 totally different things. I have like one from my EP that is released, one that we'll be releasing. I'm actually debuting it on this and on KOPN on October 4th. And then I have one that is on the upcoming album that's unreleased. So you're going to be hearing 3, and they're from 3 different, periods, I guess.
Yeah, phases of Fyre Whyte.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the album I'm working on is it's new to people, but it's not new to me. So it's funny because the single I'm releasing even before the album is actually written more currently than the album. So it's kind of funny how things work out when you're wearing all the hats and taking all the time to really put it together. It's like, I don't know. It's just interesting, the whole process. I'm just trying to stay focused and keep pushing. And yeah, I'm excited to be making moves.
Well, and
About
I know
damn
from
time.
listening to your episode with Willie on Soul Impact, that, I mean, you've really been writing music for a lot longer than you've necessarily been recording it and performing it, right? It seems to me like
Definitely.
you've been a writer for a long time, and all of these
Yeah.
ideas you've had, but necessarily maybe didn't have the ability to produce them like you wanted to, and to bring them to fruition. So yeah, I'm happy that people are starting to use this show as a chance to bring unreleased music and new stuff to the table and kind of debut it here. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, no, it definitely took me a long time to come out. It was more like, you know, until I believed in myself, like I said, on Willie's podcast, it was a lot of like internal struggle, and I would just go out, and that was like my release, my therapy, you know, but I'd have to be by myself. Like I couldn't have any ears, you know, it was very like in secret. But yeah, I've been writing since, forever, just forever. Getting old now, mate.
I feel that I'll be 40 next May, and it doesn't feel like that long. But then I think about, you know, I've pretty much been on stage since I learned how to play 3 chords on a guitar. Right.
Nice.
So like I have 25 years invested in this industry now, and I should feel like an OG at that. That's a quarter of a century I've been doing the same thing, and at various degrees of like investment, right? There was a period of time in my mid-20s where this was all I did. And then there was phases where I wasn't doing music at all. And now we're back in, and not only are we in our own music, and you talked about at the top of the just a minute ago about like having old songs, like they're old to you, but they're going to be new to everyone else.
Right.
And I have a couple of those that I'm working on a new record myself. And it's like the song's 20 years old, right? But it's getting heard by people on record and performed for the first time. And it's been played at some live shows over the years, but it's never been pressed onto something and delivered to the listeners en masse. And I think it's really cool that we're going to get a chance to kind of hear some of that, whether we hear them tonight or we hear them when the album comes out. I think it's cool to see people that are along the same path as me, right?
Nice. They say like, get it out. People need it. People need your music. So it's like, the more I hear things like that, the more I'm like, chirp, 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 chirp. You better get it going, get it out there. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you know? So
well,
yeah,
and no doubt. And it's easy to see, and really, you know, you guys got so deep on Willie's show, and that's why he's such a great host. He asks some really great questions, but you're a deeply introspective person, right? So I know that that's going to come out inside of the lyrics and the way that you deliver your music. And I didn't necessarily get a chance to like go hard on your lyrics while we're at Vibe Fest, right? I just up there and I'm seeing you perform and feeling the beats and watching the energy and not really getting to listen necessarily to the words that you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. So
and the words really to me are like the most important part. Right. So, you know, it's like, yes, there's the energy, and the soul of it is definitely like super present. You feel that, you see that, you know, but to really let the lyrics land once you're like, okay, I'm ready to really listen. I mean, I'm excited for you guys to hear it, for the world, you know, really to get on that, because it is like, I call it mental music, you know. So if you're understanding the lyrics, then you're relating that much more. I mean, because they don't get to see the live performance, so they got to hear the lyrics, because it is like the live is very different. You know, you don't necessarily need the exact words to be like, ooh, you know, so.
Totally. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce in the order that you kind of want to do them. And Willie will kind of work behind the scenes and produce it out for us. Introduce us to what the first song is going to be.
I think we should start with Through the Eyes of Fear. It's on my upcoming album, In the Absence of Light. So Before I Found My Faith. And yeah, Through the Eyes of Fear. That's where I was when I wrote it. I was living in constant fear. So
you're so honest. Like, I love it.
you. That voice inside, I can no longer fake. I can no longer hear you. I can no longer feel you. The emptiness obsessed the night. Follow, wake, erase. Can you hear me? Gonna race cause I hear you. Cycles divide the night. Follow, wake, erase. Can you hear me? Gonna race cause I hear you. Turning the tide, divide. Follow, turning the tide, divide, follow Fear is why I walk away, still I'm running high in a lonely place. And fear is why I talk this way, still I'm running high, playing my own game. Running high, playing my own game. Running high, I decided to fade out from that picture that I laid out. Now I'm exhausted, I really fucking lost it. Lost what I need, lost what I believe, lost what I need. I'm fade out, drift apart the woods. I know you hadn't. Drift apart the woods. I know you hadn't. Drift apart the woods on it. Pain you've earned. I know you hurt. Then you walk away. It ain't the same. Then you walk away. Play the game. Then you walk away. It ain't the same. I know you. Fear is why I walk away, still I'm running high in a lonely place. And fear is why I talk this way, still I'm running high, playing my own game. Running high, playing my own game. Take a bow, in and out, what you down for? In and out, take a bow, what you down for? In and out, take a bow, in and out, just in and around. Say in and out, take a bow, just in and around. What you down for? Say what you down for? You got no control. You got no control. You got no control. Say what you done for. You got no control. You got no control. You got no control.
Sick, dude.
Effectsy. I like effects. I actually don't really like. I don't like my voice. I've been like my biggest critic, so I get a little wild with the effects, but I love it. You know, it's super fun, and I don't really think of it as like some people be like, "Oh, you're overusing this. You're doing too much. You're doing this," and I'm like, well, to my ears, that sounds fun. And it's exciting to perform that and hear that sound on stage and stuff too. So I can't wait to get the live vocals to be able to do more than just dry, like, I don't know. I should just like run my laptop, go straight through FL Studio and have my effects, like my old telephone, my this, that, and whatever.
Well, they make some cool vocal effects processors that you can bring on stage with you too. That have all
I need some investments. I need some schooling. I'm I like takes me forever to jump on wagons. Like I'm just like the last of everything. I'll wait. I'm not using cassette tapes to record anymore though, but you know, I do got a cassette tape tattooed right here because that's what I was using at
Dude, this
first.
one would sound sick on a on tape, right? And it'll get even more stretched out on the delay. Hey Renee, good to see you again. As always, Renee's one of our super fans, joining us every week here. The lyrics are amazing, and I love the title of your album. Well, hell yeah.
Thank you so much.
She's in your neck of the woods too, Fyre. So she's gonna be front row at your next show.
Hey man, come and see me. I'll be at Pride Fest in Columbia on the Sunday, not Saturday, but Sunday at the Artisan Court stage at 5 p.m. So that's a local show versus Captain Jack's, Saturday. That's like 4 hours roughly from Columbia.
But a beautiful space out there.
So yeah, what do you want to know about the song?
What I love about it is the honesty, right? It just, you're not afraid to just speak your heart, right? And I kind of knew that coming in. I almost kind of alluded to it before we got to the song, and then you, in true fashion, just kind of laid it out there. You have no control, right? And you are just to admit that you're afraid, right?
Yeah.
It's something that a lot of people won't ever do. And to put that into a song, I think is extremely powerful. I think you conquer that fear, right? When you put it out there and you start to examine it, right? Pull that fear out and look at it.
Agreed.
And go, well, why is this here?
Well,
right?
when you're so like self-absorbed and you just can't see past this, and everything you're seeing is you got all these mirrors around you from all the people that you surround yourself with, and you don't like what you're seeing because you're so scared to see and really heal and look inside. So therefore, you're judging yourself based on the perception of other people and not your truth. And then you're scared, you're anxious, you're all the things. And it's like, I was just in an interview today and I was like, I'm just such a small thing in this world. Like, if you really think about our galaxy, and it's like, why does everything have to be so heavy? Like how can I, shed my shit, as we talked? How can I shed my shit in a way that's like, therapy for others as well as myself? It's like, yeah, I might be in a heavy spot in my mind a lot of times, or I'm working through things, or I'm on this like journey that's like, it feels like a lot of suffering, but I know like now I feel like I'm healing and I'm finally like, I'm really getting to a point. So with my album, I'm really excited because it's a lot of heavy shit, but the very last song is like that liftoff for what's to come. It's called Don't Put the Numb to the Tongue. And I'm excited because you shouldn't numb yourself. You have to heal, you have to feel, you have to let go, and you have to embrace the new. Like, we are mushrooms in the making, let's grow. Like, so.
Well, and you have to speak it. I feel like, there's a reason that people that are religious, they say prayer has power, right? Our words have power, right?
Yeah. Well, manifestation, period.
Right. Well, and I believe that you don't just manifest here, you manifest here, right? You have to speak that into existence. And even when you talk about the things that you fear, or, the things that make you sad, like, you have to get that out. One, because holding it in will, and I mean, there's proof of this everywhere now, that like it will manifest itself in some way. It will manifest in a culture, or I'm the type
that has to say good things. I have to say good things about myself as I'm saying bad things, because I'm realizing like I'm often like saying something, I'm talking down to myself in some way or another. And it's like, my friends, people that love me will be like, hey, you're doing that thing again, and it's like, oh, so yeah, like you just gotta keep like putting out, not the projection of the truth, but the actual truth, which is we're all human. We make mistakes. We have to learn and grow. You have to accept yourself exactly where you are right now, because you know that like divine timing is real. This is where you're meant to be, You know, I'm glad for my age because I'd be so ignorant if I was 20 years younger, you know, 10 years younger, like grateful for the time spent on this earth, you know. But yeah, you know, not so grateful for the weather of the skin and all the things that happen as we get older, because I do appreciate the finer things in life, you know. And so you start to get older and you're like, I don't know, we just have complexes, you know, and we're in such a vain world that's like selfie, filter. It's like you have a, you know, you kind of maybe have a complex. Not all of us, but you know.
You're a speck of dust on a speck of dust in a
I
great
know,
wide
like,
universe. Stop taking yourself so seriously, right?
yeah, more of that.
Willie, what'd you think, brother?
Well, I think I try not to. It gets me in trouble, but
You're right about that.
I don't know. I get the same feel with the recording that I do, whether it's seeing her live. And I said this during our interview. I've seen her 5, 6. So I've lost count at this point. So many times that it's never the same performance, you know. And the amount of heart she puts in every show, you know, and you definitely saw that, or you feel that in the music. So, you know,
I appreciate you, Willie. You're always too kind.
He's just the right amount of kind. He can be mean. I've seen it. He's mean to me. He's always calling me bossy, and
because you are bossy.
it happens. Somebody's got to be the captain of the ship, right? And sometimes
I was gonna say somebody's got to keep everybody in line and check. You know, hey, all right, moving on.
Somebody's got to tell
like,
Hell House to
let me
shut
dig
the
in this
hell
hole.
up.
Yeah, someone's got to tell
I'm
House.
like the hole digger that's like, okay, where did we start? What was the question? That's me.
That's all. Well, that's what makes for
Wormholes,
great music.
man.
And you delivered, right? I knew you were going to be, like I said, introspective. You were going to dig into yourself, right? You're not writing fluff pieces to get famous, right? Which I feel like,
right.
So many people that are getting.
Don't get me wrong, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against it, and I do think that, like, I'm not doing anything in that way, like you said. But do I have aspirations to do bigger and better things on a grand scale? That is what you could consider that, even though I think fame is ridiculous and whatever and gross. Leave me alone. Don't stalk me. You know what I mean? Like, so like, I'm not a fan of the idea of what is stereotypical fame, but like getting noticed and recognized in ways that's like, you know, more people that actually can like see you for you, and like more like, I'm learning to not give a shit what people think on like a way to where I don't let it affect me and what I'm going to do. Like, I need to do what I'm going to do because I want to, but it does get messy. When you know, that outside gratification, like, I hope you like it. No, you don't, Candace. You like it. That's enough. And let it be that. And then if they do, hey, I'm glad you like it. You know, but fuck saying hope you like it. Whatever, man, whatever. It's the people pleaser in me. I'm trying to rewire you guys. It's messy. It sounds, you know, I want to say the F word a lot, but I'm trying to refrain, you know, because it's an aggressive word to some. So like, I'll try to use my vocabulary a little better, like my mom would want.
I want to read
that's
you
people pleasing too, Candace. I'm a mess, y'all. I'm a mess.
It's it's what makes your music so relatable, because all of us are having this same internal dialogue with ourselves. You just express it externally, and it's freaking awesome. I want to read you Renee's comment here because I think it's so poignant, and it's a great look. And she says, looking inward is very hard to do. Then turning around and putting that into a song is an absolutely amazing accomplishment. And I couldn't second this more. Because it is not something that anyone likes to do, right? None of us like to look in the mirror and be real with ourselves, right? We want to tell ourselves a different story. And yeah, of course it takes a while, because you know, you're not old enough to know better in your 20s, right? And then your 30s.
Well,
I
the
think
grass is
becomes
always
the-
greener on the other side, not where you water it. You don't have that in your 20s. And if you
Right.
do,
Yeah, you are
envious.
Buddha.
Envious.
Yeah.
Envious of your peace, bruh.
Yeah, I would
Sure,
think
it's
be a
cute
complete.
over there.
I'd be a completely different person if I know now what I knew in my. Yeah, if I know now, and I could take that in my 20s, I'd be a completely different person.
I'm kind of looking in my room. You guys see my NSYNC Christmas album?
I love
Oh
it.
my God.
I love it.
Should I be embarrassed? I'm not. I'm not.
No. Huge NSYNC fan. Love the Backstreet Boys. I just don't care.
Hey, I actually have my Justin Timberlake in the view too. I'm impressed with myself. Look at me. I really like NSYNC's gonna come back, y'all. I'm here for it.
No, listen, I gotta tell you a funny
Hey,
story.
I have Tool and Nine Inch Nails and Pussifer like right next to them. So whatever.
You're a very well-rounded individual.
Bubba saw our interview and how I talked about singing "Sexy Back." Let's just say I did karaoke, what, 2 weeks ago, Bubba? Almost
I got some
30?
very spicy videos sent to me.
Yeah, I picture like this hairy chest.
No, all my clothes were on. All my clothes were on.
It could have been not. I don't know. Look, Renee was a big NSYNC fan as well. She said she had the puppet figures. Nice.
I actually
still do.
My mom, it's in the movie room. It's not in here, but my mom got it for me for Christmas. The Justin Timberlake one, like 2 or 3 years ago. It's like the coolest present I ever got, probably. My adult Justin Timberlake puppeteer. Like, hello.
Oh man.
My heart was so happy that Christmas. And everyone's judging me, and I love it because it's like, you know, I got told by my stepdad, oh, they're gay, you know, anything to make you feel like a way.
So the one was gay, big deal.
Yeah, but still, it's like he says that in like a way of like, what, so because they're gay, like I'm not allowed to like all the energy they bring,
right.
You know, like,
right.
But anyway, when you're like 11 and you had Elvis before that is like you're, you know, more of an idol. It's like, here comes Justin Timberlake. And it's just like, yep, he's the one. He's the one.
We should not, Renee. We should not post the videos.
What? Oh, the videos of you singing it?
We should not,
yeah.
Bubba, no.
I agree.
It's happening. I got them saved somewhere, Renee. They're coming. They're coming.
Go for it. I don't care.
No, we got to save those.
There's going to be Valentine's cards too.
I like where she's going.
But you have to show your hair chest. You have to show the chest. Yeah. Yep. It makes just sense.
Oh goodness, this is devolving quickly. Okay, so more music, Fyre. What's the next song? What's the next song that you're gonna play for us?
Okay, so the next one is it's my single that I'm releasing. I believe it's coming out literally on Saturday. That's the goal.
New music.
It's a compilation video. It's called Drifting In and Out of Consciousness. And it's the latest song that I've wrote as well.
I love it.
In my life I was wondering, I'm a lost soul, yeah, underneath, but I know this time I will feel right for once, and this time, for once, it's not a lie. Will you captivate my mind? Will you release me this time? Will you? And I am not bleeding no more for you and you, yeah. In my mind I let go and I rewind. I see back every time, every time, every time, every time. Perfectionist. What are you gonna lose?
I'm so proud of this one.
You should be.
Yeah, no, it's because like the more I write, the more I find myself. And this is like, it's like that, like I said, don't put the numb to the tongue. Like it's on to something. Something's coming, right? There's growth happening. And it's like, here's me drifting in and out of consciousness, you know, like I'm here and then I'm not. I'm here and then I'm not. Like I want more than the shit show that has been handed to me in my life. I'm a perfectionist from, you know, never being enough to the outside world. You know, being different, rejected. You're just sorry, you're not like us, you know. Thank God I'm not, by the way. You know, the same, right? Thank God for everyone to be individual, like you are who you are. That's like the most beautiful thing about all of us. And once we process that, set ourselves free, man, set ourselves free. So I just want to say you know, some lyrics from this song. So it's like, I know this time I will feel right for once in this life. For once, it's not a lie. And that, like, to me, like, it's just so profound because when you're masking for others, you're living a lie. When you're like fully authentically yourself and you're free and you're at peace with their rejection, their even if it's positive, it doesn't matter. When you're at peace with yourself, you don't like seek that outside gratification anymore. So you don't have to like lie about, oh, you hurt me because you don't accept me. It's like, if you don't accept me or you do accept me, I'm still gonna love myself and I'm still gonna find my wholeness, my center and things. So that's, if you guys care. I really don't say what songs are about, just so you know. Like, I'm such a soul writer that I'm like just letting things come to me that I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna write. I don't know what I'm gonna sing. I don't know shit sometimes. You know, you just hear the music or you don't. You just start writing. And then next thing you know, you're like, whoa, this is the thing. This is my subconscious. This is my higher awareness. This is my ancestors talking to me going, hey, wake up, wake the fuck up, you know? So anyway, so yeah, I don't tell what it's about mostly because I think that I even get it misconstrued sometimes. It's like, and I don't want the listener to take away from what they hear and what it resonates with them. So if I just said it's black and white and this is what it's like, what does that do for the listener now that they know the truth? I don't know the truth about a lot of songs. I make up my own lyrics sometimes. I think 20 years it was this. No, it's not, come to find out. Well, I liked it like that. Maybe that's okay, you know? But anyway, there's so many different types of artists in the world. I could be like totally triggering people, but again, I don't give a fuck. But learning not to give a fuck, or I probably wouldn't say it, right?
Yeah. I was born with that, right? But I also am a, you know, white male. I was a jock growing up, right? I learned how to play guitar, and like I've always kind of been, I'm not going to say that I was cool, but I always kind of was very aware of like who I am and who the world sees me as. So I didn't deal with a lot of those like internal struggles. A lot of things that affected me were externally, was like family, different things and things out of my control that maybe made people look at me a little bit differently. Or, you know, even now, like most people don't, you know, you wouldn't assume that I've been to prison by looking at the man who's sitting in front of you, but I did 2 years in a prison. Right. And
yeah, I've seen some of your podcasts. I've seen some stuff.
You know, I
was like, what?
Exactly. Well, and I think a lot of people do, and that's why I can share that. You know, and I didn't murder anyone. I went to jail because I sold a shitload of weed, right? Like, okay, but still, you would never.
We all did. Some of us just didn't get caught.
Yeah, I was going so hard that it was like I wanted to get caught, right? Because my life sucked so bad and I was so depressed at the time that all I was doing was finding what drugs could numb the pain and what could I do that would just take me away from it was a good excuse to not see anyone, right? Well, I can't leave my house because I got 4 pounds of weed here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or 20 or whatever it was, right?
Right.
Or there's $30,000 in someone else's money in my possession, right? And
Slightly paranoid.
I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to. My life was shit, right? I wasn't seeing my son. I wasn't doing I didn't want to see him. So that was like my darkest times. And, I'm well past them now. And I've been held accountable for the actions that I committed against society. I wasn't a very good person at the time, regardless of the fact that it's legal now, or at least medically, and I could have as much as I did then legally in my possession, right? Like, that's all kind of regardless. I wasn't the right person then, right? And I think a lot what you just
but
said,
also this comes with so many things. Easy money, right? That easy money, what does that do for a person?
Yeah, it was monopoly
I'm just
money,
saying,
man.
like,
It was not real. It was not real.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when stuff like that is just like so quick, like, you don't have a grasp on things to sustain anything. It just comes and goes. You know what I mean? Was it like that for you when they say like fast money? Like, it almost goes as quick as it comes.
I had no problem blowing $1,000 sitting at a freaking poker table or something, right? Like, it was nothing.
And then the struggle.
Time to earn that money. So what does it matter to me? While my buddy's sitting next to me going, "That's my rent and my car payment that you just put." Like, I would have taken that $1,000, right? And I had no regard for that, right? So depressed and so kind of in my own pain and trauma that I wasn't looking at how my actions were affecting people around me and how that was making people look at me. Right. Because I just didn't get the fuck. Right. And honestly, it didn't serve me well. I think I don't care what people think about me, but I do care about how people remember me. And we just had a cousin of my in-laws pass away just this week. And to see how he's been remembered, he was, one of our volunteer firefighters in town and was just a really great guy to everyone. And to see how people remember him kind of made a difference to me, where I'm like, I care about how I'm remembered. I care about my legacy now more than I did when I was, 25, or even when I was, 30, I was 30, 31 when I finally got arrested, and just didn't care. I just didn't care about my own life.
Be impeccable with your word, right? Goes a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, what you say, like, have some self-worth. And in order to have that, you actually have to say what you mean what you say, walk that talk, right?
Well, and what's funny about that period in my life is that I wasn't playing any music. Like, the pain had kept me away from music as well. And then I was finding excuses to not go out and to not write and to not play anything. Like, I probably didn't touch a guitar for a year and a half because I was just like, I don't even care. I don't want to feel good. That's my feel good. I don't want to feel good. I feel like shit every single day of my life. Right. I don't want to feel good. So why would I touch that instrument that makes me feel good? Or, when in hindsight, it may have been the thing, that kind of helped me get my pain out. Right. It could have been that. And I denied that part of myself for, several years.
Depression, man. We just suppress anything good that can come out. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah, well, and you get to a point where you don't want to feel good. Like, no matter how good I feel in a moment, whether it's, a high or a night out, or it's, a one night stand or whatever, right? Like,
well, when your mind is negative, when your mind's already negative, it's like you're waiting just for that moment. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to happen no matter what. Like, you can be good for a little bit, but like, it's kind of like for me for a long time at the end of the night, it's like right before I go to bed, like, for some reason, that's when I have these like moments that are just like the irritability, the like, I've gone to bed upset with my partner, like, for years, like, that's like that moment. That's just like, I don't know why I create a problem right before I go to bed. But yeah, I guess everything just kind of, but if you're not in any way like seeking inward, and you're just like expecting some gratification from the outside, or you're waiting for something or whatever, like, then it's I mean, of course your life is going to play out like it is until you're ready to rewire, and like actually deal with your shit. Yeah. So you're saying this like 100%, man. Like I've been there. I still struggle. Like every day is like, even though you have tools, new tools, it's like there's moments that's just, can wash over you and make you feel all those feelings, So it's like and then I have to like reset and cleanse myself and be like, okay, you're not all the things that's happened to you, like don't like, you don't have to wear your scars, like you can let it go, like just like let it go, like accept it, see the truth in it, not the emotion. That's what the therapy says, right? Like call it for what it is, look at the thing, like, and I'm just like, it feels no.
Willie,
Fucking
any input
feelings,
here?
man.
You let me and Fyre go. We'll just talk each other's ears off all night.
No, y'all couldn't be more accurate. I mean, coming from the journey I've had, that looking inward and just, and I'm not going to say the suck it up philosophy because we all know how I feel about it, because I think that's why society's in the shape it's in, is because from an early age you get this push on you that you need to just push all them feelings down. Don't worry about it. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. So next thing you know, you're an angry, overweight, 30-year-old man.
You're not overweight, Willie. You're just big boned, buddy.
I was overweight about 3-4 years ago. I really was. I weighed over 400 pounds.
It's a big boy.
So that is one of the hardest things to do is, especially right there at the tail end of my divorce, I didn't know who I was. And sometimes in your journey, you got to start small and you got to figure out, who you are. Just because when you got into a situation who you really are, who you was, life happens, and that's not necessarily who you are now, because life evolves and it's ever changing. So
and finding your purpose and like reasons to grow versus like the stagnates, the stale periods, the time where we're like so self-absorbed that, even if there was something positive and good, like we can't see past ourselves to flourish, what's going on here.
Renee makes a great point here, but I think it extends even further than that. I think there's a lot of women who have grown up with tough dads or maybe single dads that have kind of instilled that philosophy in their daughters as well. Or whatever has happened to some young women, that they don't want to show any kind of softness, right? Or any kind of weakness, because someone has taken advantage of that weakness. And I have a young friend of ours, and without getting into her story, but almost verbatim, right? Where she's, just had a friend pass away recently, and it's like, I just got to keep smiling. And I was like, look, you don't have to smile through it all. Right? Like it's okay to not be okay. Right. And it's okay to show people that. But when you've been hurt by someone, and especially people that are close to you, that every time you show them that they have a way to twist that knife, and every time they get you in that position, they grab it and twist it. How are you ever going to be comfortable sharing and opening up to people, And as much as I understood where she was coming from, that it's also like, but you can't let that keep you from the light, right? You can't let that keep you from exposing those dark, because like we said earlier, right? Like that pain or that fear or that anger, they're going to manifest in some way. And sometimes that comes as physical illnesses. And sometimes they come with like crossed up wires in our brains, and you end up with weird complexes like I know me and Fyre have. And like,
well, that's why you have to figure out the truth within yourself, so that you can learn to communicate with people in a way that's like I'm not having an argument. I'm having a conversation, because like we can agree to disagree, and that's okay. Like that's the problem these days is I think people don't even know how to have a conversation. Like it's just, I feel this way. I feel this way. We're blocked. Like we need our truth to be the hierarchy, and this goes for all of us. Me too. Like this isn't me pointing fingers. This is like literally us as humans, I think. And it'd be nice if more people can like have these like disagreements on a way that you still hold space for each other to like accept each other's truth, like even if it doesn't make sense to you. Like is it our place to sit here and hammer our truth into somebody, and as a control freak over here, I've tried many times to do these things because I'm literally not seeking inward, because you sure as hell ain't seeking inward when you're telling somebody what to do, right? Like, oh, but yeah, I'm trying to be so much better than the woman I was yesterday.
And I think Willie and I are both trying to be, better men, better fathers, better than our dads were to us, right? And also not trying to become the polar opposites of those, right? Willie has every excuse in the world to be too soft on our little monkey, right? But he's still maintaining a standard with her as well. And I get to see it a lot because we talk to each other every single day. And, we'll probably get to say goodnight to her here at some point, possibly. Although you are in a different spot in the house, I noticed tonight, Willie, and our regular listeners will notice as well. Maybe not being right outside of your room and hearing your voice and hearing my voice will get you there. Are you reading Renee's comment?
I was looking at Willie. I was looking at where he was, what was behind him.
I'm right here.
So Renee posted
up
up in here that, yeah, go ahead and read it.
I think I've actually, this is where we take accountability. Sucks to suck. I've actually been that person to my partner more times than I can admit, that for some reason, her getting upset and emotional, like I was shut down, and I like need her to like stop being emotional, stop having feelings because I'm triggered, and so I guess seeing that makes me have to seek inward, and go, oh, I need to take some accountability because I'm a guilty party on that note. Yeah, or at least I don't mean to project it that way to her, by the way, just saying I'm not like out to go, hey, don't have feelings, but that's how she's taking it. And it's because when we don't deal, and learn to communicate in a way that's like, hey, it's okay for you to be upset right now, but also how to learn to have a conversation to understand why and not just be triggered by your own shit, because you're both like these little children that are wounded. And when you have a lot of trauma, a lot of stuff, like it comes out in your conversations, and man, what a mess. What a mess.
Yeah. And see, for me, I have to constantly search inward with that because coming from a very narcissistic relationship, she constantly played the victim. So I struggle sometimes to tell if it's legitimate or it's just someone trying to get their way.
Yeah.
Because, and that's where I'm one big ball of mess up. I mean, because.
Well, you want to trust her. You want to believe her. So when she comes at you, in these ways, like you want to, have empathy, have sympathy, right?
I try.
And then you feel taken advantage of when it feels like it was just like for show or something.
Yeah, because see, like, even when my ex left, she told me the day before she left, this was home.
Wow.
And not to bash anyone or anything, right. And I'm not trying to do that. But then find out the next day that she had been cheating on me the whole time.
Wow.
So that's where that stems from, is how can someone tells you one thing, and this one thing I've been working on for three years now, is it's the fact that when someone tells you something, do they really mean it? Or is it just them saying what you want to hear so they can manipulate the situation? So that's where I've really got to search inward, and I've had to learn to cut off
Well,
certain people.
and the more
because
that
of
you
it.
do that and you heal yourself, you'll attract people, and you'll also be disturbed by things that no longer make sense to you. You know, like you'll kind of, I personally think that you start to, you know, like I feel like I'm more accepting of my partner and her feelings now than I ever have been, because I do understand, like, you can't just shut down because someone's emotional because you don't understand why or what, or, you know, you disagree or whatever. Like literally life is about like holding space for people, especially people that at the end of the day, they have your best interests at heart. They love you, you know, unconditionally. And what's a minor disagreement or something, you know, the bigger picture. But yeah, no, like I said, you'll attract who you're meant to attract, you know, when you're fully yourself, and, you know, you have that like truth within yourself that it just,
Right.
you know, it
Right now
just,
I'm
you got
attracting
some
these
fly.
stupid flies. Oh my god.
Do you have one too? I have one too. That's so funny.
I did
I
too.
literally, like, just like 3 seconds ago bothered me. So look at us.
I did too. That's why I keep
We
doing
got the
this with
same
my hand.
fly coming in distracting us.
So
But
great.
no, on what you
Oh.
were saying earlier, though, on the disagreeing, it's too severe now, where people disagree and they're like, and it's over stupid things anymore. Like, oh, you don't like Aaron Lewis? I'm done with you. You're not we're not friends anymore. You know.
But they're probably not, they're not doing the work within themselves. So there's so many people, like, think of our freaking technology. People are fucking ignorant these days. Let's just face it. We're all a bunch of
Like you said,
ignoramuses.
they don't know how to have a conversation because they've never had one. They've only
Like,
talked
let's
in
just
text
keep this
message.
fucking technology in our face all the
Right.
time, and let's look at all the judgment and all the trash in the world that we shouldn't even, honestly, there's news we shouldn't have any idea. We know way too much. The world is, it's not filtered at all, to a point to where you can absorb all the negative
Right. You know
information
what?
that
I'm
is
ready
fucking
for a
out
little
there if
bit
you want
more
to.
blissful ignorance in our
Yeah,
lives. Like, wasn't life a little bit
Same.
sweeter back in the, you know, in the early 2000s
Back in
before
the,
we
I
were
was gonna
all
say, back in the
connected?
90s, man, the 90s.
No internet. I grew up in the woods, so like we were really late to the internet game. Like I didn't really be like, I wasn't connected to the internet totally until like I was 25, right? Like to be fully connected and in it, because I was pretty much just a vagabond. I mean, I graduated high school 04 and then went to college for like a semester and was like, that doesn't work. I read Kerouac's On the Road and I was like, wait a minute. You can just hitchhike around and like you don't have to have a job and what, I don't even want to be a writer, but you can just like go out and do that. And I had gotten good enough at guitar where I was like, I can get fed and I can get laid. Put me on the road. Let's go. And
he's a simple
did
man.
that.
He's a
I
simple
did that
man.
for like 3 years till it was like, do you want more out of life? And you know, I'm not regretting those times at all, because the life experience that I gained and the people experience that I gained, I didn't realize it was going to suit me so well 20 years down the road where nobody's had a real conversation in their lives, right? And I say it all the time, that podcast is how God is speaking through us, or the universe, or whatever. Like this is how we're healing ourselves. And I've seen it firsthand from me just shedding my shit. Right?
Yeah,
Getting
heal
it out
yourself, heal the world, man. Heal yourself, heal the world.
Exactly.
Because
And it
they
really
say,
helped
like, you
me.
pour out of abundance once you, like, you know, you deal with your shit. You don't have to try. That's what I hear anyway. A good friend, Tia, I recently made she said, once you're healed, once you have this like level of abundance, like there's no trying, you just exist. And that alone is going to save, if you will, so many people, just by living in your light, living in your truth, and also having compassion, for people and their struggles and stuff. And yeah, so.
And I think sometimes people are so quick to judge. They see someone homeless on the side of the street or whatever the situation may be. Now, granted, some of those aren't really homeless and they're just doing it to make a buck. But
I'm the opposite where I almost feel too bad.
But don't even say that, because it starts with the mental health. So regardless, there's something going on as to why they can't function in society, so right there, like how do we as people that are functioning in society help people like that to help themselves in the best way possible, instead of fuck that homeless person. Look at them. I ain't giving them shit. I'm over here. Nah, 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 nah. Like, who are you to say shit? Shut the fuck up. Why don't you sit down? You know, right? Like,
Right.
Sometimes I feel like I go too far the other way, and it's like maybe he's homeless because he's an asshole and nobody likes him, right? I mean, that's also possible too, maybe. But I'm still gonna give him $1.
but some
you know?
people even like it, y'all. Some people
Yeah.
like it. There's so
I mean,
many different walks of
I
life.
lived on the
It
West
is
Coast.
not the same for everybody.
Those years I was a vagabond, Fire. I was out on the West Coast, California, down, around LA, and, back even into Oregon, which it's all overrun now. And a lot of that is mental illness. A lot of it is drug abuse and just needing a place to use, can't get out of addiction. But those stem from a lack of community. Those stem from a lack of feeling like people care about you. And I think that's a lot of ways in how we are changing the world and how our world is changing, here at the Scene Projects, because we are building that. We're building that community. I've interviewed over 300 artists at this point, right? And all these creative people from all different walks of life and different, upbringings. And, Chase Grant was on with us last week, and Chase, he just lost the son, lost the baby, a few months ago. And, they didn't deserve that, right? Like, these are good people. And to see how they're turning that into a positive light. And it's like, man, if they can do that and they, and granted, there's a lot of faith in there. There's a lot of church and a lot of community around them to let them, heal from that. But there's some people that,
there's some people that shut down for the rest of their life when things like that happen. And there's nothing you can do or say because their mind is made up.
Well, and we lost my baby sister before she ever made it out of the hospital. And I watched it, and I was a kid, so I didn't see it. But now looking back, as like that was the moment that kind of shattered our family, right? Because my mother was never the same. She was one woman before that, up to the point that I was 5, 6 years old. And then she was a different woman. And I don't think she ever got the chance to get over it. Right. And, I don't know. There's some long conversations that I need to have with my mom before she's not with us anymore. And she's not, imminently dying. In fact, she just quit smoking this year. So hopefully we get a lot more time with her. And she's actually coming out here to visit me next week and to see the grandkids. Nice. And so hopefully we get some time together to talk about just life, right? Because now I'm almost 40 and I've been through a lot. And, my mom was 19 when she had me. So she was 25 when she has 3 boys at home and just lost a daughter. Right. And I don't know where her and my dad and their relationship or whatever was at that point, but I was not fucking equipped for any kind of emotional trauma at 25. Right. So I have to kind of take myself back now. And yes, she was your mom, but she was a fucking kid. Right. She was a kid with 3 kids and now it's daughter, and it's like, oh my God. And I've said some horrible things to my mother out of my own pain and anger from things that happened to me. And I'm an asshole. You know what I mean? Like it's hard for me to not reflect on it now and be like, you're
a lovable asshole.
Yeah. Barely, Willie. But
Monkey loves the hell out of you.
Right?
Monkey loves the hell out of you. I don't know why yet.
Talking about it and sharing it and having other people come on and shed their shit, right? Like that's why I can't imagine doing anything else with the rest of my life other than what we've been doing for the last 18 months. And the longer we go, the more I am empowered by it, right? And
well, taking accountability for your actions. I mean, you're not really living until you do that. You're not facing anything. So it's like, so that's what you're doing. Every time you're opening those boxes, you're taking accountability and you're like, all right, I'm ready to deal with this. Head on, let's go. What we got going?
Yeah. People don't really take the time to get to know one another anymore. They are too into their phones or other devices and honestly just fucking self-absorbed with their own life. They think that they're so important that, they're in their little.
That's why we need community. We need community. We need places to feel safe and places that, you give back, you share, you're, you're exchanging energy with people, you know, I want to say like-minded, and maybe in ways there's like-minded because you're all there, but at the same time, you can be so different. But I guess as long as you're there for like a common good, like something positive, I mean, that's what matters. You can be all different walks of life, you know. Yeah.
Well, especially for people like us, is like we're both very intense, very outward people, and like I need a Willie in my life to just be like that Jupiter to my freaking whipping around the sun,
Yeah.
right?
We can't all be like this.
Yes.
Good
It's
Lord,
nice.
help us all. Fuck, they're too loud and obnoxious. I feel worn out. I'm depleted. It's time to go.
I'm going to be the devil advocate on this, though, because I don't think it's all bad. I think it depends on how you use it, because look at what we're doing. I mean, we're reaching so many people and getting so many different resources out to people. So I think it depends on how the revenue on which, yes, it can be bad, but I think in all, if you use properly, it can be a really good resource.
No, and I think it will be. And this show is kind of a perfect encapsulation of all the things, right? The sharing of your shit and the community and the, you know, Renee might as well just be a co-host of the damn show now, since we can't get Boo with us. But
yeah, he said he's having problems. He texted me like at 8:20. He said, "Are we doing this thing?"
Yeah, dude, it's what we do on Wednesdays, but it's all good, man. That's why we have 7 hosts, and we're training everybody to be producers, because we all need to be able to pick up for one another, and that's what this team is really all about, and the community that we're building. It's the same way when we branch out to our artists as well, as that. We have a lot to offer every artist. It's not just come on our show. It's like, hey, we have some really cool tools in our tool bag that we can offer you as well. And
yeah, like they make a little gadget for your microphone there, bud.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Wait, it ain't all about me.
Thanks.
Wait a minute. It ain't all about me.
Yeah. A lot about you. You take up a lot of space, not just physically.
I know.
All right, Fyre, we got to get to some more music. I'm loving the therapy session, man. I knew this was going to be a great episode just from listening to Soul Impact and your episode with Willie, but it's been really nice just getting to know you and really getting to dig into the weeds and dig that hole, right? I'm the one who's going to jump in with you, and where are we going? Why are we digging a hole? You know,
who really cares? Honestly, who really cares where we're going as long as we're together? Let's do this.
No, Renee doesn't care.
It's the journey. It's not the destination.
Exactly. Come on. It makes me think of the Magic School Bus. I mean, I know we all watched it. Come on now. Let's all get on the Magic School Bus.
Bunch of 80s babies and 90s babies.
I like the Page Master with Macaulay Culkin, man. You get in that book, you know, like.
What's the last song that you got for us, Fyre?
Okay, so this last song, it's pretty much perfect to end this on, because it's Take Flight. So get ready to take flight. Life's in the palm of your hands. Yeah.
Yours wasn't made to feel numb. Heart, body, and soul like yours wasn't made to feel numb. No, whisper to us that what you want, 'cause you're in control. Whisper to us that what you want, 'cause only you know that. Shadows, they consume you, then they spit you out. Shadows, they consume you, then they wash you out. You were meant to take a number. You were meant to be washed over. You were meant to take a number. You were meant to be washed over. You were meant to be washed over. Get ready to take flight. Life's in a bomb in your hands, get ready to take flight. Never settle till you reach new lands, get ready to take flight. It's all a part of the plan, get ready to take flight. Get ready to take flight. Whistle to your own tune, never settle for the ground. Whistle to your own tune, don't let life wash you out. Take flight in your veins, gotta clear them out and take flight. Take flight. Shadows, they surround you. Take just what you know. Shadows, they surround you, then burn you to the bone. Shadows, they surround you. Take just what you know. Shadows, they surround you, then they burn you, then they burn you to the bone. To the bone. Get ready to take flight. Life's in a bomb in your hands, get ready to take flight. Never settle till you reach new lands, get ready to take flight. It's all a part of the plan, get ready to take flight. Get ready to take flight. Your higher perception of darkness. Perception of darkness takes over your mind. Takes over your mind. Takes filled with the light of natural high. Filled with the light. Takes over your mind. Get ready to take flight. Life's in a bomb in your hands, get ready to take flight. Never settle till you reach new lands, get ready to take flight. It's all a part of the plan, get ready to take flight. Get ready to take flight. Get ready to take flight. Life's in a bomb in your hands, get ready to take flight. Never settle till you reach new lands, get ready to take flight. It's all a part of the plan, get ready to take flight. Get ready to take flight.
Yeah.
Felt like a cleanse.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, this is like literally the best song I could have picked for the last song.
Well, and I feel
Yeah.
like we heard more of your voice, right? We talked about the effects and a lot of those things, but I feel like this song, while there was still some of it on there, this is the one that we heard your true voice on the clearest, right? And yeah, I feel like it speaks a lot to like where you're at right now and where like you're ready for that, you know. And even I feel like you've grown so much just since I met you in June, right? Like I feel like
I
you're a
definitely have been on. I've been on a healing journey. It took a long time because until you're ready to face yourself and the harsh realities of what you have, like, because you know this mind is so messy, so that's why I call it mental music. You know, the mental health it's coming out, all the suppressing, all the you know, all the trash that I have said to myself that was lies. Like, it's just like, when are you ready to release? When are you ready to let go of all that shit and go, who am I? Who am I beyond the noise of anything? And you know, I'm ready to take flight. Like, this is my EP, you know, so this was more of a fun, like, Affection, Perception, In and Out, Take Flight, Shadows of the World. Like, they were all, you know, more of a high energy, more of a free kind of, you know, it wasn't mental music yet. You know, you can look at it like that, but it wasn't yet created as mental music. I guess I've always been in the making of it, but that is more this upcoming album. You know, that I guess I just feel like I was still having fun in a way that wasn't so heavy yet, you know, when I wrote my EP. So, but yeah, man, get ready to take flight, because life is in the palm of your hands. So get your head out of your ass, live your best life, love a lot more than you're talking about loving. Just do it. Just love, man.
And I will
Get
say
out
this,
of your own way. Get out of your own way.
and I will say this. He talks about how much you have grown since he's met you. I can't tell you how incredibly proud of you I am from day one of meeting you when we were both trying to figure out in-ear monitors to where you are now. You have grown.
Have we figured it out yet? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but we don't really use it. So, but to see how far you've come, I am incredibly proud of you, and just to see the growth you've had as an artist.
It's just embracing who I am. Like, that's
The
what
human,
you're noticing. That's what
right?
you're noticing. Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm flawed, and that's okay. I'm awesome, and that's okay. I'm all the things, and that's okay. It's just like the freedom to exist in the world and show up as yourself for other people, so that they can feel maybe lighter within themselves and all their shit. Like, oh, look, you're like human too. Like, look at us. We can be friends.
Yeah, we
So,
can be messy and still be really cool. Like, it's
yeah.
okay.
Because I am really cool, okay?
Yeah, you're really messy.
Yes, I am.
And so
Yes,
are
I
we.
am.
And it's all good. And that's, you know, the beauty of this community. That is the scene. That is what we continue to build. Our Momos, as I call us, the Midwest Original Music Organization members. Just really cool. Renee is a part of the scene, right? Her constant input. And I love how this song talks about your demons burning you down, but you can still get back up and fly because your life is in the palm of your hand. That's perfectly put.
No, Renee. No, we did not go there. I'm deleting this comment.
Oh, yeah. Where's his ABC book? You forgot to bring it last time.
Hey, when I met up with her, she didn't bring it, so that's on her.
Yep. So, yeah, and it's tonight's guest, not tonight guest, but that's small things. We're gonna keep getting better. There's always something to improve on here. That's all right. I spelled your name wrong in the description, so I'm gonna have to change it in post.
It's okay. Everyone knows Fyre Whyte.
Now, yeah, I see. If we would have talked about that before, I wouldn't have screwed it up.
Likely story. Likely story.
Well, Fyre, tell everybody where they can find you online. I don't know if you have a website or anything started, but let everyone know where they can find you and more of your music. And we'll all get out of here and get some sleep tonight, hopefully.
I'm heavy on Facebook. That's like pretty much my main platform of like sharing when I'll have shows. And then I use Instagram and TikTok, and you can find my music on YouTube and Spotify. And I use DistroKid, so they kind of, you know, had put it out on a lot of platforms, some of which I'm probably not even sure. You know, I'm sure it's on Apple Music and stuff. I don't necessarily use all the platforms that I'm on, but yeah, I would say, you know, definitely check me out on Facebook if you have Facebook, because that's going to be like the number one, like, this is what I'm doing. And this is what's upcoming. And yeah, so I'm sure there's a lot of things I'm going to learn from you and what you're doing here. And I appreciate you having me on here. And thanks again for the input on the vocal mic. I do appreciate that, Because I'm over here like, man, if only I could just get like, duh, Candace. They
Anytime.
make pedals for your vocals
Yep.
too.
Anytime you need a little bit of advice, you are more than welcome to reach out to me. I'm also old and on Facebook mostly. I'm trying. I've been live on TikTok all night. Nobody's watching, but like I'm here trying to engage with younger people and show them what us old fogies do. And
On a Wednesday night.
it was hey, I'm up way too late, right? You can see my eyeballs sagging. That's why that nice song was like a trance, like a cleanse. I could just sit back, and then I started snoring a little bit, so I was glad my mic was muted. But this was everything. This was everything. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Renee, I just want to say real quick, I'm not great at engaging in my thank you so much for being here with us and all of your feedback. I appreciate you. Appreciate the love. Love is good. Love is kind. I appreciate that.
For sure. Willie, any parting shots before we let her go?
No, just as always, you know how much I love and respect you. You know, couldn't have a better friend in my corner.
I'll see you at Spookstock this weekend.
You will.
See you Saturday.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, I won't be there till Saturday.
At least I got an air mattress this time, and I ain't sleeping on the bed of a truck.
Hey, or in the driver's seat and screwing yourself
right.
up. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm a
you
spring
complained
chicken.
about it for 3 weeks, dude.
It was
Fire. You guys have fun at Spookstock. Give all the Canna fam big hugs for me. Give Carrie and Leo and their new baby girl and all the boys big hugs too. Absolutely love those people down there. I can't wait till I can get back down to Captain Jack's campground. Always a shout out to the Canna fam and Casey and everything that she's built as well. Thank you for taking some time for us tonight. Thank you for sharing your brand new music, and thank you for being part of the scene.
Thank you for having me, and it's great to see both of you guys.
It's my pretty face.
It's that goatee, man.
Okay, I'll take it.